Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Red Bull. Within this game, Barcelona has won against New York Red Bull 2-0 with a goal coming from Dembele and another goal coming from Memphis Depay. This was considered as Barcelona's last game within the US. Yes, this whole squad is already in Barcelona and are preparing for the season. They do have one more friendly to play, which will be against Pumas, and then from there we will go into our first game of the season. So we finished this US tour with 3 wins, 1 tie. I am going to be making a video right after the full preseason is over regarding how Xavi Hernandez did set this team up, what answers did we get, who does he trust, who's going to be definitely coming out from this team, and much more. So I'm not going to necessarily talk about this whole team's performance as a collective because, again, like we have seen in the previous friendlies, Xavi Hernandez continues to use many different players through the 90 minutes. We can't really assess how Barcelona played as a collective overall. Yes, they continue to maintain more and more intensity. They do look much faster, but there are a few players within this game that really did stand out, and for very big reasons. So we are going to be very player focused instead of just talking about the overall team. But before we go into any of this, I do want to speak about the OneFootball app. If you guys do not know where I do get all of my information, how I do make these videos, I do get it from the OneFootball app. If you do want to find out what is going on with your favorite player, your favorite team, if you want to get updated on anything that you do want to follow in the world of football, the OneFootball app is going to be there to cover for you immediately and live on your phone. And all of this is for free, by the way. So if you guys do want to download the OneFootball app, you can so by scanning the QR code that you do see here on the screen, or if not, there's also going to be a link down below where if you do click it, it'll take you straight to the app store. You can download the OneFootball app, set exactly who and what you do want to follow, and then you'll be set and done from there. It's a very easy process. You guys can read so much and so many articles about FC Barcelona. Maybe if you do like Inter Milan, maybe if you like Liverpool or City, all of that information, all of those articles that are very entertaining and very informative is going to be there compact within the OneFootball app. I hope you guys do enjoy it. I hope you guys do love it. But now let's get back into the video. And the first player that we are going to be talking about is going to be exactly what you guys do see there on the headline of this video. And that is going to be about Alejandro BALDE. And it's very important to talk about this player right now because Alejandro BALDE is really proving to the world that this is a player, right? He can become one great left back for FC Barcelona. I did make a tweet yesterday where it did say Alejandro BALDE, yes, and Marcos Alonso, no. The reason why I tweeted this out, it is because of what he was having going up against New York Red Bull, and because it's facts. Like, why would we want to bring in someone like Alonso, who's almost 31, 32 years old, who does look extremely average on the field, when we can use Alejandro BALDE, who is young and has great potential to become a great left back in the world of football. Like, his performance against New York Red Bull was phenomenal. Now, am I saying that he is going to be the best left back in the world? No, I don't think so. Maybe in the future, hopefully we could see that, but as of now, BALDE is a great left back that does bring out phenomenal performances. Now, many of you guys might say, this is just New York Red Bull, Kevin. This is not really a real competitor to us. Of course, Alejandro BALDE was going to be performing very well on that night. Well, here's the thing. Many players in Barcelona had a very hard time going up against this team. Like, it was a really good fight. We saw many individual great performances coming from New York Red Bull. They looked very confident. Barcelona were trying to fight for a win on that night, and in the midst of all of this, Alejandro BALDE did stand out, and BALDE did show 2 traits that he was really good at, right? That he can execute so well, and I'm going to be pointing those out right now. Trait number 1, he is really good at driving inward, meaning he is not someone who is so one-dimensional. He does not like just going out wide and making crosses into the box. What this guy is someone who can cut in with his left foot and drive moving forward, creating with other players. And that is very scary for defenders because he is able to shift in and then shift out and then come back in and then go back out. Hopefully we can see Alejandro BALDE grow and then start to use his right foot, because right now he really does rely on his left foot. The only reason why he is able to drive inward, it is because he uses the inside of his left foot, but he's really good at doing that. Like, he is so capable of taking on defenders and midfielders. So he is going to be a heavy problem for many defenders in the league if Xavi Hernandez does continue to use this great bright left back. He's very comfortable driving in, and that is because he does have great close control. This is something that Jordi Alba does not have. What Jordi Alba does have is someone who can place the ball ahead of him and then run to the ball. Alejandro BALDE is the opposite of that. He has the ball stuck to his feet while he does dribble and take on players. So this whole debate about Marcos Alonso potentially arriving at Barcelona, if you guys want to debate about Alonso being that backup for Jordi Alba, I don't think that should be the route that Barcelona should be going to. I think that they should bring Azpilicueta, who is a great backup to someone like Serginho Dest, maybe potentially Koundé. But as of now, when it comes to Alonso, I just do not think that this player should come in. Balde looks so much more capable to have a much higher ceiling and to bring out great performances in the short term. If you continue to use Balde now, he will grow into this team. You better bet that, because the more minutes he does receive, the better he is getting. So he is having a great preseason, and I do believe that he has used this preseason greatly to have himself a case on why he should be potentially starting, or at the very least become a true backup for Jordi Alba going into this very hectic season. It would be a disgrace to see Alonso receive minutes, come into the squad and take away the minutes of Alejandro Balde. A complete disgrace. There is no way I would want to see this player come in no more after what we have seen coming from Balde. And let me tell you guys, the way that Balde has been playing, I'm not talking about in terms of level, I'm talking about in terms of profile. But this guy really does replicate Alphonso Davies in terms of his speed and the way he does take on players. And that is the other trait that I do want to speak about, is the fact that this player here does not solely rely on his defensive capabilities like his slide tackles, his ability to win aerial duels. Balde really does rely on his speed to take on these players and also to beat a player every time the opposition does have the ball and they want to move towards us. Alejandro Balde can race against that player and win the ball. This is very similar to what Alphonso Davies does like to do. Balde is a really fast player. That is what he solely does rely on to take away the ball from the opposition. I do believe that he does need to get better at his slide tackles when it comes to the aerial duels, when it comes to all of those things, right? The 1v1s and getting very physical to win the ball. This is something that Eric Garcia has been really improving on, but Alejandro Balde really does rely on his speed to gain the possession back. And like I've said, he does really well at what he does. And so hopefully we get to continue to see this player grow. I do not want to see any other left back being signed. This player here is the future of this club, and let's continue to rely on this bright star. Moving on towards the next phase of this video, and now I do want to talk about Dembele, because the level that he has been giving out as of late has been monstrous, right? This player here is becoming a monstrous right winger. And here's the thing, in this game, Xavi Hernandez has decided to use Rafinha and Dembele instead of just using one and putting one on the bench. Xavi has shown that he does like both, to the point where he wants to use Rafinha and Dembele simultaneously, right? He does have confidence within these two players that these two players can give out a great duo, which is exactly what we saw. In the beginning, we saw these players switch in and out, but now the fact that we saw both of them play simultaneously, could we finally see a brand new front three? Is this a hint of what we could see in the future, which is Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Dembele? That front three that we saw in the first 45 minutes was explosive, and the protagonist of this front three, it was, again, going back to what I said, Dembele. In that goal that Dembele did score was world class. He passed it towards Rafinha. Rafinha was holding the ball. He waited for Dembele to make that run behind him. Rafinha passes the ball back to Dembele, and then Dembele shoots a rocket into the bottom left corner of the goal. It's pure creativity. It's pure anticipation. And there was a report that did come out right after that, coming from Sport, and this is what they said, and I quote, Dembele told Joan Laporta on the day he signed the renewal to assemble a strong team to fight for all titles. The player is motivated than ever before and isn't afraid of having to compete with another player for a spot in the team. So we are seeing a very motivated Dembele, a Dembele that wants to win titles, that believes they can win the Champions League, and that's very beneficial for the whole squad. So maybe in the future, in about 2 or 3 months, we could see our definitive front three being Ansu Fati on the left, Lewandowski as the striker, and our right winger being Dembele, which I do believe is going to be, again, our definitive front three that can bring a lot of goals, a lot of take-ons, a lot of pace on both wings. But as of now, though, because Ansu Fati is not fully there yet, because he's not fully fit, because he does not have the full rhythm, even though we know that he'll get there eventually, as of now, I would like to see what we saw going up against New York Red Bull, which would be Rafinha on the left, Lewandowski as the striker, and Dembele as the right winger, with having Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres as the super subs. And again, within these first like 1 to 2 months of the season, as the season continues to progress, eventually we will see the Ansu, Lewandowski, and Dembele front three. So speaking about Lewandowski, this is how I do want to end this video. We saw Lewandowski test the goalkeeper a lot on that night. He has yet to score a goal for FC Barcelona. Many have assumed that Lewandowski is finished, that he can't score, that he's never going to work at Barcelona. Look, this is exactly what happened with Luis Suarez. You and me know this. We know this so well. Even Xavi Hernandez has pointed this out in the post-match press conference. This is exactly what Luis Suarez went through when he first came in. He missed. He couldn't score. Many were doubting Luis Suarez that he wasn't going to become a successful striker at Barcelona like he was at Liverpool. But look at what Suarez did end up doing within that club. Lewandowski is going to go through the exact same phase, the exact same thing. He's having the exact same problems, and he will end up as successful successful and hopefully maybe even more than Luis Suarez. And we see Lewandowski be very energetic. We see him always involved in the plays that Barcelona is trying to make. So the only thing that is missing, of course it's true, is his goals. But once that does come in, he will be a complete package. Those goals will come because the fact that he's being involved in the first place, there's nothing wrong that is going on with Lewandowski. It's just a matter of confidence and getting to know your own players. And that's basically it. Time, fitness, consistency, and Lewandowski will be, again, one of the best strikers in the world. And I do have a lot of confidence that Lewandowski can become the top scorer within the league going into this next season. And so we're just going to have to wait and see. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.